Welcome. Thank you for joining us for this month's What's That? My name is Denise Lester, and I'm a case manager in the Community Outreach Program here at Easter Seals. I'm coming to you from our Resource and Technology Demonstration Center in Newcastle. Assistive technology is just one facet of caregiver supports at Easter Seals, which include our case managers in our Caregiver Resource Center, which is where we give resources from the community, through the state, and through Easter Seals to caregivers. We have a respite voucher program, which is a program to give caregivers a break. And we have a lower interest loan assistive technology financing program. And that's a program where we work with different lenders to try to get you a lower interest rate for adaptations to your home, for an adaptive van, or even for hearing aids. Information and links will be posted in the chat, as well as the contact information for both patients and I. Today's session focuses on AT for mealtime. Because we have such a short window of time, I'm going to show you a variety of AT items, and then we can stay as long as you want for questions at the end. So the first thing I want to show you is our scoop bowl. So this is a bowl that can help you eat a little bit easier. So what this bowl does, it has it's low in the front and it's higher in the back. So if you're having difficulty trying to scoop up your food, and you can only have like maybe one hand, or you have some weakness, you have some tremors, this can actually help get the food onto your fork, as well as not having a mess on the outside so the caregiver doesn't have to do as much cleaning up. The next thing I want to show you is this fork. This has an up-build grip to help make it a little bit easier for you to hold on to. So if you have any type of weakness in your hand or some grasping difficulties, this actually makes it a little bit bigger so you can hold on to the fork, and then you can feed yourself and you can be a little bit more independent. The next item is our weighted knife. They have a variety of different weighted knives, spoons, forks, and this one has a nice handy grip on it. So if you have any type of tremors, you could have some Parkinson's. If you're trying to cut your food, a little bit of weight can actually control the tremors. I also want to show you a couple different cups. So this is called a nosy cup. It has a cutout in the front for the position of your nose. So when you drink, it's not hitting your nose. And with this cup, it helps you from elevating your head back or lifting your head back, so you won't choke on your liquid when you're drinking it. This here, show you, is what we call a safe straw. So you put this straw part of it into your cup, and then you add the straw to it. And what this does, it limits the amount of liquid that you're actually going to be drinking. So you won't get a lot at one time. It's going to be a limited amount. I also want to show you this cup here. This has an oversized handle, and you can put both hands in it, and it has grooves in it. So it makes it a little bit easier to hold on to if you have any type of weakness in your hands. And we also added a straw holder to it. That's what this thing is. As you can see, there's different holes inside the straw holder. So what it does, it just clips onto your cup. And then depending on the angle that you need your straw, if you need it at an increased angle or not as large of an angle, you can stick it in there. And then again, it makes it easier for you to bring your cup to your mouth to be able to drink, and you can be more independent with your cup. So this is just a regular cup here as well. A little bit, two handles to hold on to it to make it a little bit easier. But I have this adaptation here. It's called ThAT. So if you have any type of visual deficits, this can be very helpful to you. So what you would do is you would sit this inside your cup, and when you pour your liquid into it, when you get to the top, it'll make a sound. See if you can hear it. So that would let the person know that you can, they can't put any more liquid into the cup. The next thing I want to show you is this bib. So if you are eating any type of food and you can be a little bit messy at times, this is a washable bib. So it's going to help the caregivers from having to keep changing your clothing It's washable and it's also waterproof. So it won't seep through to your clothing. It has very nice snaps and adjustable snaps as well. So if you need it to be really tight or if you need it to be looser, depending on your neck size. And it can be washable. I want to show you this book. It is called Essential Puree. So for some people, they have limited swallowing ability. So sometimes they need their food to be pureed. So instead of just cooking up a steak all the time or chicken and just throwing it into a blender, this has a lot of different recipes. You can make ahead if you want to or not, as well as you can freeze different things when you make it. But it also has the recipe for different consistencies for your swallowing. This here is a bag rack. It's a pretty handy. You just clip on the bag to the little clips. And then you can actually, if you have limited hand mobility, you can actually grab the food out of the bag, or you can actually put food into the bag. So now you don't have to hold the bag plus do the work at the same time. This is a juice container or a milk container. Some people have very difficult times, or they have small hands, to be able to grasp the container. So this, you can stick the juice inside your container. It has a handle on it, and it makes it much easier for you to be able to pour your juice into your cup, again, making you more independent and less work for your caregiver. This here is our cutting board, and it has an adapted knife hooked onto it. And again, if you have any type of weakness in your hands, if you've had a stroke, you have MS, even Parkinson's, if you want to be able to cut up and chop up your vegetables, this here is already attached. So you only have to do one hand for the cutting, and then you could just pull the vegetables or the fruit over. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to be able to cut up your vegetables. I'm now going to take us over to our kitchen area. The cameras will follow me. So this is our cook stove. And as you can see, there is no oven under here. And we also have, the burners are here. We have nice grips on the knobs, so you can turn it on and off. You also have the knobs closer to you, which you can easily reach while you're cooking. What's also nice about this cutout. So if you are standing and you get very tired, or if you're in a wheelchair and you need to be sitting while you're cooking, I'm just going to use this rollator. So you can then just sit here, and then you could be doing your cooking, and you could be doing it safely, and you won't be falling. So, and then the finance program that we have could help pay for an adaptation like this into your home. The next thing I want to show you is our talking microwave. So if you have some limited vision deficits, this is really good. You can turn the knobs and it talks to you. So if I can turn this to pizza. If you wanted to heat up some pizza. Soup. If you want to heat up some soup, it can make a sound for you as well. And then you push the button. Select weight. It's telling you to select the weight. You select your weight by pushing. And then it starts. Stop. And it'll also tell you, if you stop it, it'll tell you when it's done. So this microwave talks to you, which again helps make you become more independent while your loved one maybe is out to the store or they're working. You can still do a quick heat up if you need to. The next thing I want to show you is our adaptive cabinet. And again, this is something that financing program might be able to help you with for home improvements. So if you're in a wheelchair, or you just can't do a lot of standing, like as you're putting your dishes away, this actually, you could sit, you could grab your plates, your bowls, whatever you want, and you can be sitting in it and being able to be independent by doing what you need to do inside your cabinets. I also want to show you this here. This is another tool. It can help you open up jars and cans. So you can just put this right on top of the jar, you would twist it, and then the jar would pop off. I also want to show you our lid off container. This is a Black & Decker. It's called Lids Off. It's really good for like jars. You push a button here, it lifts up. It stays up there. You can spin this here, and then that adjusts the jar. Then you just push it back down, and you push the button, and it would automatically open up your jar. We have so much more items to share with you. Our resource center is located at 61 Corporate Circle in Newcastle. Please feel free to contact either patients or I at 302-221-2291, or you can email us at resources@esdel.org to set up a virtual or in-person tour. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll see you next month.